I stood rooted to my porch, clutching a neon orange notice, my eyes scanning it 3 times to confirm I wasn't losing my mind. Mandatory. All garage doors must remain open from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. daily. Effective immediately. Non-compliance, $200 daily fine. My hands shook with a cocktail of shock and fury as I stormed inside, slapping the paper onto the kitchen counter. 5 years in Maple Grove, and the HOA had pulled some absurd stunts, fining folks for untrimmed hedges or unapproved mailbox colors. But this was madness. The phone jolted me from my daze. It was Lisa, my neighbor across the street, her voice taut with exasperation. "You get that notice?" she asked. "Just now," I answered, pacing. "This can't be legal. Tom's freaking out. His tools are worth thousands." She let out a heavy sigh. Vivian Caldwell's finally lost it. Vivian, our HOA president, with her sharp brunette bob, perpetual scowl, and clipboard brandished like a royal scepter, had once fined Old Man Peters for non-regulation teal wind chimes and hounded the Carters with a dozen warnings over a trash can left out 10 minutes too long. I peeked through my blinds. Neighbors were already huddling in driveways, waving their notices, voices rising in heated debate. Then I saw her, Vivian, strutting house to house, smug grin plastered on, clipboard tucked under her arm like a loaded weapon. 20 minutes later, my doorbell chimed. There stood Vivian, tapping her polished shoe with impatience. "Good afternoon," she said, her rehearsed smile as icy as her gaze. "Just ensuring you received the garage door policy notice." "I did," I replied, voice steady despite my boiling blood. "I've got security concerns. Leaving garages open all day invites trouble." Her smile twitched. The board voted unanimously after uncovering illegal rental units in 3 garages. This ensures zoning compliance. "So everyone pays because a few broke rules?" I pressed. "Rules exist for a reason," she snapped. "Open your garage by 8 a.m. tomorrow or the fines start." She spun on her heel and marched to the next house, leaving me seething. I grabbed my phone and called my brother-in-law, Mike, the police chief. "This is practically begging for theft," he said after I explained. "That's a huge liability for the HOA. Can they force this?" "HOAs have power," he replied, "but not to create unsafe conditions. Send me that notice." That evening, I watched neighbors reluctantly clear their garages, bikes, tools, lawn gear dragged inside or covered with tarps. Some rigged cheap security cameras, their faces carved with worry. Tom, a retired judge from down the block, knocked at sunset, his white eyebrows furrowed over a stack of HOA bylaws. "This rule's illegal," he said. "Security changes need a 2/3 community vote. They didn't hold one. It's unenforceable in theory, but fighting Vivian means legal fees most can't afford." I barely slept, my mind plagued by visions of exposed garages and Vivian's smug face. At 7:55 a.m., I peered out. Garage doors creaked open across the neighborhood, bearing family treasures to any passerby. Mine stayed shut. By 8:15, Vivian rolled up with Greg, a jittery committee member who wouldn't meet my eyes. "You're in violation," she declared, scribbling with theatrical flair. "I'm protecting my property," I shot back. "Bylaws require a vote for this." Her eyes narrowed to slits. "Emergency board meeting decisions are final. Then I'll need minutes and voting records." "Next month," she hissed. "Fine. Start today." As they left, a grey van crept by, the driver eyeing open garages. A chill snaked down my spine. By noon, social media was ablaze. A Shut the Doors group hit 50 members fast. My post about the van got shared dozens of times. That night, Lisa, Tom, and a handful of neighbors packed my living room, forming a garage door committee. "Why now?" Lisa, a paralegal with a sharp eye, asked. Tom flipped through old HOA financials I'd requested months ago. Landscaping costs tripled, $14,500 to Caldwell Solutions. Her husband's company, he said. Something's fishy. The doorbell cut us off. Greg, sweating, glanced over his shoulder. "It's not about rentals," he whispered. "Vivian's brother-in-law owns Safeguard Tech. They're scouting homes for a security system pitch next month." My jaw dropped. "That's corrupt." "I've said too much," he mumbled, bolting. Next morning, a $200 fine was taped to my mailbox. 6 other homes kept doors shut too. I called Mike. "She's profiting off this," I said. "I'll swing by," he replied. Outside, Vivian blocked Mr. Carter from closing his garage, yelling, "Rules are rules." "My tools are in there," he protested. She shrugged. I recorded it, hands trembling. This was war. That afternoon, the Wilsons, who'd complied, came home to a looted garage. Tools, bikes, gone. Cops took statements as neighbours gathered. Vivian appeared, tight-lipped. "This isn't the policy's fault," she insisted. "Theft happens." "Not when we can lock up," I countered. She jabbed a finger at me. "Your fine's doubled for stirring trouble." Mike texted, "Dug up dirt on Caldwell Solutions. Meet me, 9 a.m. The Wilsons' break-in ignited fury. 3 more thefts followed. Mike arrived in uniform, badge gleaming. We hit the HOA office. Vivian sat smugly until she saw me with him. "Chief Davis," he said, "investigating thefts tied to your policy." "HOA matters," she snapped. "You're liable," he countered. 4 break-ins in 48 hours isn't coincidence. Her assistant, Tina, brought files, financials showing $50,000 to Caldwell Solutions and Safeguard Tech, same address. "Interesting," I said. Vivian snatched them. "Out!" Mike handed her a policy suspension order. "Pending investigation." Tina dropped Safeguard brochures. "Coming soon." Vivian trembled. That night, 70 residents packed a library meeting. Tom proved the policy's illegality. The Wilsons shared their loss. I hinted at financial ties. We demanded an audit and election. Next day, Greg warned, "Vivian's rushing fines and liens on you." Retaliation. Mike, Tom and I planned. Carrie, Mike's reporter friend, ambushed Vivian outside my house with a camera. HOA overreach story. Comment on thefts and $70,000 to family firms? "No comment," Vivian bolted. The news aired and public outrage surged. A USB arrived, boardroom footage of Vivian, her husband Ron, and brother-in-law plotting. "Open garages create demand for our systems." I sent it to Mike. Vivian offered a bribe the next day. "No fees, patio approval. Stop this." "Resign," I said, "and undo your rules." "Never," she sneered. "My husband golfs with the mayor." "I've got 70 neighbours and your video." She paled. That noon, cops searched my home. Vivian framed me with a stolen drill. My cameras caught Ron planting it. "Check that," I told officers. They saw. Her smirk faded. The HOA meeting was electric. 80 residents crammed in. I showed the footage. Tom shared records. Vivian's family bought foreclosed homes after hefty fines. Mike announced warrants. She screamed as cops cuffed her. And Ron, fraud, harassment charges. The board axed the policy and her reign. 3 months later, Vivian got 5 years. We recovered funds, wrote new bylaws, and launched a watch program to rebuild trust. A year on, we celebrated, garages shut, community open. Vivian's house sold to a new family. "Welcome them," I told Lisa. "Peace won, hard-earned."